Hello everyone, welcome to a special edition of BugTV show. Today we will be talking about cybersecurity as business priority. My name is Dragan Petric, I'm executive editor at Bug Magazine, and my guest today is Mr. Onur Koc, National Technology Officer for Southeast Europe at Microsoft. Hello Onur, welcome to the show.
Hi Dragan, great to be here.
Before we start, just a few words about yourself. What exactly is your job at Microsoft? For how long have you been with the company? And of course, where are you at the moment? You have a nice background.
I've been in Microsoft for 21 years, across different organizations, 5 roles, 3 different continents. Most of my time I was in engineering, 13 years in engineering in Seattle. I was part of the Azure high performance computing Xbox teams. Get back to this region 6 years ago, National Technology Officer now. So what I do is basically I work with the customers and the teams on new technologies like OpenAI, AI technologies. How can we create new stories? How can we create innovative solutions across our ecosystems, partners and customers around these new technologies, which includes not only the OpenAI, but cybersecurity solutions as well. And also, I have a passion on finding and helping to grow the next generation of technical talent and startups.
And you have to disclose your background. Where are you now?
I'm in, well, my background is a picture. I wish I was in the mountains somewhere.
Okay.
I'm in Istanbul in my home.
Okay, exactly, cool. So let's talk about our topic. Can you tell us, for starters, what are the advantages of cloud platforms running critical services?
Yeah. So, Dragan, I mean, governments and public sector organizations are their main priority to look for the opportunities to accelerate the digital transformation, right? They want to grow the social and economical opportunities for their citizens. They also want to enhance their services. Cloud-based technologies can help them to optimize their operations. They improve their services. But for me, the most important part is they can also provide new and innovative services to their citizens. In the meantime, achieving their post benefits, which is obviously important for not only for the government, for everybody. At the same time, one of the biggest benefits of cloud services is the security and also the business continuity and disaster recovery. Ukraine example showed us very clearly that cloud services can play a very critical role in times that really matters. During the Ukraine crisis and war, we have seen organizations, government organizations, and even banks have data centers in the same countries, sometimes in the same cities, and they had difficulties and challenges to operate. And but the Ukrainian government continuously, successfully sustained their civil and military operations, their government services, because they had their infrastructure and the services hosted across different data centers in Europe. So again, cloud services can be really, really important and can become very important when the times really matters.
So, okay, so how Microsoft Cloud Platform supports sovereignty?
Yeah, sovereignty is a big term. It's often the concept is under the control of the government and the customers by the local law, right? They define what types of residency that they want to have for the types of different data and what types of data can stay in the specific geographies and the locations. And every government has unique, the requirements to address different sovereignty needs they have. But we as Microsoft, we believe that those requirements can be addressed through our public cloud offerings. We recently announced Microsoft Cloud for Sovereignty capabilities on top of our public cloud which allows customers to encrypt their data using their own encryption keys, secure their data in transit or execution using Azure Secure Compute. Basically, we think public cloud services do provide sovereignty capabilities for our customers and partners. If you were to give an example, one of the good examples is the Finnish tax administration. Tax is an important part of the government. It's an important critical service. In the Finnish tax administration case, we're talking about 5.5 million citizens, 300,000 businesses. Obviously, you can imagine security is important. Any type of losing data, fraud, types of things is going to have a lot of impact, catastrophic impact. So they use our public cloud services to host these services to scale instead of on-prem services they have to protect themselves against cyber attacks. And now they're also considering and using Microsoft 365 E5, and they use Microsoft Cloud App Security and other security capabilities to increase their cyber security resilience and so on. So yeah, it's a very important topic, and we believe we can address this through the services that we provide through public cloud services.
Yeah, so you said you recently released Microsoft Cloud for Sovereignty. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah, we have a lot of services in Azure, which provides different security services. But when it comes to securing your own data using your own encryption keys, is now part of the Azure Microsoft Cloud for Sovereignty, which cut across not only the Azure but other Microsoft services as well. We also allow customers to basically secure their data during transit and execution using Azure Secure Compute Services, which is a new services we are investing and continuously invest.
Can you tell me how cloud helps handle energy shortage, and can it decrease carbon footprint?
It's basically energy is one of the most important topics, part of the sustainability discussion, right? Everybody is talking about sustainability these days. ESG concepts are part of our lives. For the government organizations and non-governmental organizations, as well as Microsoft, we published our 2030, 2050, the goals, what we want to be doing with the energy, our energy goals, carbon goals, water goals, waste goals, and so on and so forth. And energy is critical for us, and we do fuel our data centers with quite a bit sustainable energy sources. And the scalability of the cloud-based solutions help companies to optimize their resources, right? So you can optimize your operations without needing to overbuy, overproduce, or overutilize your resources. Basically, you can use what you need when you need it. And this has a significant impact to your sustainability and carbon footprint. It also allows, cloud services allows applications to access the different data can be collected from different data sources to better decision making in terms of emissions, what types of emissions are coming from which data types, which activities. So you can analyze them. There are types of solutions now coming into place. Microsoft has Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability. We can actually understand the usage of your customers' carbon footprint. Now, the new extensions, waste and water footprints, help them to optimize them. You can also provide reports, industry stars like European Union CSRD reports, for them to see their actual carbon footprints and how they can optimize them and help them to optimize their carbon footprints. And some of the projects we've done in our customers, we measure this impact. In migrating from on-prem to cloud, we've seen up to 90% carbon savings from the customers. Basically, When you move from on-prem to cloud services, your IT infrastructures, your carbon footprint decreases by 90%, which is a significant step towards a greener world.
Yeah, so clouds should be connected with greener world, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Can you tell me how cloud services shield customers from security challenges of daily life?
I mean, our cloud daily life is all about detecting and protecting our customers to cyber attacks and security attacks. We basically detect 1.5 million attempts every day. So we're not just defending our customers against those attacks, we are learning from them, right? We are learning through analytics tools. We do massive amount of threat intelligence, and we build tools and processes in place to protect our customers, not only the current threats, but also threats that might come in the future. Now, with the AI coming into our world, AI technology is coming into emerging our world, and now we have enormous amount of data and unparalleled insights that we can actually do a much better job to understand the relationship between different data types, different data points, and really understand very sophisticated attack types to protect our customers, learn from them, and to understand threat actors, techniques, new strategies, and build defense mechanisms, not only for one customer, but for all the customers. We also employ quite a bit security experts in our organization.
How many?
8,500 security defenders protecting the data. We invest a lot of money. People say that Microsoft is it used to be, they used to say, unknown security, biggest security vendor, but now they're saying you are the biggest security vendor in the world, because many of our customers trust their most important assets, which is their applications, services, and their data to us. And we take very important, very serious about protecting their trust and meeting their requirements.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about use of artificial intelligence in cybersecurity and upcoming security copilot?
I mean, just like the application development landscape, security landscape is also changing, expanding. Volume of attacks, sophistication of the attacks are changing, and people are more skilled, and they have tools. We talk about copilots in Microsoft. AI becomes copilots for attackers too. They build their own, in a way, their own copilots to help them to create more sophisticated attacks. So in order for us to be able to defend ourselves, we use those new technologies, especially with the emergence of the large language models. Now it allows us to create new opportunities, to unlock new experience in the cyberspace. Now we can really understand widespread of risks across different domains that we didn't have a chance or capabilities that we had before. And then the velocity of attacks are also increasing. So in order to be able to process that velocity and really respond to it, you need very sophisticated AI-based systems to process, understand, and respond them. While you are dealing with all that complexity, you need to also to make sure it's easy to understand for security people, leaders, and even the CSOs in the organizations, right? So that's why we built Microsoft Security Copilot, right? Mm-hmm. which essentially does three things. Number one, it simplifies the complex. As I mentioned, it's a very complex world now, the security world. So during attack, complexity, the impact to you, synthesizing all that from multiple sources and creating actionable results that you can understand. And you can basically use your own natural language to be able to understand is very important. Number two is catch what others miss.
Okay.
That's what we call it. Being able to trigger the signals at the machine speed, right? Surface the threats, because sometimes you understand those big attacks, very common attacks, that those are easy to catch, but some other things that are really sailing under the surface, they're not very clear. My opportunity that you might miss them, you can now catch them. And the other one is addressing the talent gap. The third one is it's not easy to find really a very high sophisticated security expert. So demand literally outperforms the supply right now. Helping the teams to build those skills and helping them to augment those skills with Security Copilot is the third goal we have, and that's what we do with the Security Copilot.
Yeah, and you said it's not only a large language model. Security Copilot. Yeah,
exactly.
So thank you, Onur, very much for being my guest today. Have a nice day in Istanbul. Would be like
thank you so
nice
much
to visit Istanbul. I've been 10 years ago last time, I think.
Well, 10 years is a long time.
Yeah, time for a new visit to Istanbul. Thank you very much for being my guest.
Let me know.
Cool. So
Cheers.
You've been watching special edition of BugTV show. My guest was Mr. Onur Koc from Microsoft. Have a nice rest of the day. See you soon again, everyone.